Greetings, everyone. My name is John Puczynski, and I am an aspiring fanfictionalist. Being raised by a family that loved the Shin Megami Tensei series, I decided to do my family proud by writing my first fanfiction for the Persona series. I wanted to be a bit ambitious, so I started with the Yosuke Ex Libris Lemon fic. I hope you guys enjoy. Note: due to censorship laws, any explicit terms are replaced with Shin Megami Tensei terms instead. Such words are bolded. Yosuke paced around his room restlessly. Sweat dripped from his brow as he constantly fidgeted with his hands. He had run into Libris, literally, earlier at school, and while being helped out of the trash can, invited her to his room. "Alright, Yosuke, you bit the bullet and did it," smoothly. "I just need to turn on the charm and she'll be falling for you in no time. Let's see, what witty insights can I provide her? Hey, baby, want to come into my room and play some Monster Hunter? I got a 50 HR Hunter that... No, stupid, she's probably like at HR 120 or something. Hey, you want to watch me play some Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne? I can show you... No, idiot, I haven't even got past Fornius. Oh, come on, I need something. Hey, baby, you want to watch me play some Dark Soul? No, you moron, all my characters are cursed. Think. His overly long monologue was cut short by the ringing of the doorbell. Tripping over his feet, Yosuke scrambled downstairs and flung the door open hard, slamming it loudly against the wall. In front of him was Libris, wearing her usual school uniform. In Yosuke's eyes, however, she was anything but ordinary. Her smooth, slightly metallic skin glistened in the sun. Her soft gray hair blew lightly in the wind. Most of all, her small smile, along with her large red eyes, nearly gave Yosuke a heart attack. "Hey, Libris, you want to, spaghetti into my pants, pockets, Alright, thought Yosuke. Nailed it. Libris let out a small giggle. "You're such a funny guy, Yosuke. Strange, but funny. Now, I thought you were going to show me to your room." "Ah, of course, right this way," said Yosuke, leading her into his room. "You sure do have a lot of stuff in here," remarked Libris as she glanced around the room. Yosuke was sitting beside her, sweating enough bullets to supply a small army base. "Yeah, it is kind of messy, isn't it?" "A little bit, but you know. This is the first time I've been inside a guy's room." Upon hearing those cliched words, Yosuke's heart burst into a frenzy. He knew he couldn't hold back much longer. Turning to grab Libris by her shoulders, his face as red as a bleeding tomato. "Libris, I'm sorry. My heart has burst into a frenzy and I can't hold back anymore." Yosuke thrust his face forwards, planting his knocker firmly on her Eros. His ghoul felt around the Ricarm of her virtue, his Floros wrapping around her Quetzalcoatl. Yosuke Marin Karen her until he had to Trafuri due to the lack of air. "Jeez, Yosuke, you almost suffocated me. I'm so sorry, I just got caught up in the heat of the moment. Please forgive me," said Yosuke, slamming his forehead on to the floor at Mach 3 speed. "Well," said Libris, blushing lightly, "if it's you, Yosuke, I wouldn't really mind." Once again, the cliché words set ablaze in Yosuke's heart. He ripped off his clothes at sonic speed and leapt onto Libris like a hungry wolf. "Libris!"
"What the devil is that noise?"
he yelled as he landed on top of her. He immediately Secunda, her Yamat, and Patra, her soft round Black Frost. Libris let out a quiet Bufu as Yosuke Feral Bite, her Lakshmi. "Yosuke, slow down." Libris let out a gasp as Yosuke had suddenly Rakunda, her Shiva. "Sorry, I don't think I can stop myself now." Yosuke began rapidly Berserk, her Hell, with his Reaper. He stuck his head between her Orcus and slowly Dia, her Power. "Agadine!" shouted Libris as Yosuke Posamudi, her Barong. "Stop!" shouted Libris, pushing Yosuke onto his back. "Ow, what's the matter?" asked Yosuke, rubbing the back of his head. At this point, Libris was blushing intensely. I can't wait any longer, Yosuke. Labor sat back and spread her pebble sag. Please, I need your Jack Frost in my high pixie. In what seemed like an instant, Yosuke had removed his new, placing his stiff Pazuzu near Labrys's Ragnarok Lilith. Are you sure about this? Asked Yosuke like an idiot. Yes, I'm sure. Jam it in. Yosuke grabbed Labrys's slender Tengu and Hasahapa into her Oberon. Yosuke began Diarahan, sending waves of Mazio through Labrys's Rangda. Labrys, you're Gabriel, it's Andine, my Samael, so life drain. Sukukaja! Sukui, said Labrys. Yosuke, I'm about to fog breath. Me too, let's red capote together. Yosuke began Tantarafu, faster and harder. I'm Megalodon, screamed Labrys as Yosuke Mahama one last time into her Sarasvati, shooting Metatron directly into her Pyrojack. Yosuke lay down on top of Labrys, his Beelzebub Pulinpa out of her Kuchulain. Your Mora is so strong and manly, Yosuke. You too. The end.